Yeah, hun. I'm shutting down now. How's she doing? I mean, is it real or is it just panic because she doesn't want to go to practice? No, yeah, I know you know. But with her these days, why is 11 such a hard age? Isn't it supposed to all start at 13? Well, does she have a fever? I'm just saying, I don't want to force her to go, but she made a commitment, and she should learn that that means something. She can't just sniffle her nose and get out of things just because she wants to watch her sitcoms instead. Look, okay, I'll be home in 40 minutes. Tell her that she has that time to decide if she's sick or not. Is that fair? When I was a kid, I could be drowning in my own sick and my father would have made me go to practice. And I'm doing okay, right? My father and I don't talk for very many reasons, not because of that. I don't want to make her do anything she doesn't want to do. But I think maybe she does want to do this, and she just won't admit it. She's growing up in Gotham. We're raising her and the boys here for a reason. She has to be a little tough. Being here means that things happen and you adjust, and not everything goes your way. She has to learn that. Look, I'll order a car and skip the train, get home a little faster, and I'll talk to her. I really think she wants to go. It's nerves. And if it's not, she doesn't have to. It'll work out. I'm in the car. I'm in the elevator now. Let me call you back and order the car. I can't even speak anymore. I'll call you back. 1 second. Love you too.
Oh, John, how's it going?
Going home early for my daughter's practice. Soccer. Which she hates, but sometimes she loves. And she's actually really good at it when she's not just... yeah.
This is your daughter, right? How old is she now? I still remember her at the picnic, jumping in the mud pile. Remember that? Everyone was dying. Super cute kid.
Thanks. Yeah. She's 11 now. That must have been... that seemed impossible. When they're just trying to figure it out and jumping everywhere with no parachute, and all this new shit is even harder. I don't know, man.
Well, good luck, I guess. I'm sure it'll all be good.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
It's loading now. It'll be up. We've gotten it slowed down for this, frame by frame. Here we go. So this Monday, that's John Oates, our victim there. Just got off work, usually takes the train, but decides to tell a tar that day. Now watch on the left. And here's the Riddler. The gun's out by the time we catch him with the camera here. You see that right hand? Now in real time, this is just a few seconds. But no hesitation or anything. Can't see if he says anything. We looked and we didn't see movement in his mouth looking like he did. And there's the shot. People start to panic, running from the noise. Riddler brings the gun down to his side, doesn't target anyone else. People still running. He drops the gun next to the body of Oates. It stays there until we get it. Very calm, no screaming or anything like that. Professional. Still not talking as far as we can tell. We got a patrol car now, coming his way. An officer half a block down, sprinting towards him, shouting. He hears that, no doubt. And he turns to the camera. And he smiles.
Where is he?
He's not coming. He says, and I quote him directly here, "Edward's not worth my time."
Do you know what the oldest riddle is? From ancient Sumer, 4,000 or so years ago. There is a house where you enter blind and leave seeing. What house is this?
John Oates. He popped him in the head in broad daylight, out on Wayne and Giordano, then waited for the cops to come. You got a reason? You owe him some money? You lose to him at poker or something? Maybe he slept with your girlfriend. You got a girlfriend?
A school house.
So is that a no on the girlfriend?
You don't like that one? Riddle me this. How'd the Joker know you'd be home with Babs that day? How'd he know where you live? How did he get past your security? We both know him. He's a weird guy. Complicated, but never much of a planner. Hey Eddie, how's tricks? I want to do this whole one bad day thing, but I've got no idea where to start. Well, Jack, how about the commission, his daughter? I have the whole thing staked out, but it was so easy I got bored with it. I'll give it to you for a song. That would be perfect, Eddie. Tell you what, I'll throw in a dance, for free. Ha, 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 ha. Click.
You son of a...
Jesus! You okay, Gordo? You seem upset. Oh no! Did people find out about Sergeant Essen? How, fucked her and then forced her to transfer? So you could hide your sexy affair from your pregnant wife? She worked for you, man. She had a career. And then, well, we know what came then, don't we? Poor thing. You come in blind and you leave seeing. What house is this?
Did you not tell me you studied?
I did, sir. I knew the whole book. I memorized it. Yes, of course. If it's fine tomorrow, said Mrs. Ramsay, but you'll have to be up with the lark, she added.
I had hesitations about putting you in AP English at your age. I expected hard work to overcome these hesitations, and I seem to remember you telling me you studied.
Headmaster, a 92 is still an A. You can ask Professor Yellin. It was the third highest score in the class. It's just, he added a stupid riddle for the last points. That's just guessing. It doesn't have anything to do with preparation. I was prepared, sir. I swear.
Third best? Congratulations.
Sir, please.
Edward, stop. You're wasting time that you obviously need for your learning. Let's get this over with so you can get back to the library.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
I think we shall go with the bard today. Tremble thou wretch, that hast within thee undivulged crimes, unwhipped of justice.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Very well. Remember, whatever you do, both here and in life, be honest. Edward Tierney, are you the son of a whore?
No, sir.
I said, are you the son of a whore?
No, sir.
Whose son are you?
I'm your son, Father. I'm yours. Please, I'm yours. Father. Father.
We pray now in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. I commend you, my dear Jonathan Henry Oates, to Almighty God, and entrust you to your Creator. May you rest in the arms of the Lord our God, who formed you from dust of the earth. May Holy Mary, the angels, and all the saints welcome you now that you have gone forth from this life. May Christ, who is crucified for you, bring you freedom and peace. May Christ, who died for you, admit you into his garden of paradise. May Christ, the true shepherd, embrace you as one of his flock. May he forgive all your sins and set among those he has chosen. May you see your great Redeemer face to face and enjoy the vision of God forever.
Bruce Wayne?
Oh, yes. Pardon me, Miss Oates. I was just leaving. I'm sorry for your loss.
I don't think we've met, have we? Did you know my husband? He never said anything.
No. No, I read about it. In the paper.
You're soaking wet. Come on, we can share. There's a party. Not a party, a reception thing. An after-funeral thing. You know. You could come, if you wanted. But you don't have to. The kids are there. John's parents took them. My parents they can't travel. They sent flowers. The kids are there. John's parents took them. My parents they can't travel. They sent flowers. I should be there. Everyone's expecting me. They got a tray from the deli, meats and pickles and cheeses, breads, so you can make sandwiches. It's nice. There's even mustard and all that. The kids are waiting for me. I should go have a sandwich. But he's under the dirt. My John. They buried him. I'm sorry. I should go. God.
It's all right. Please, take your time.
Okay, 30 seconds to go. The time of wastes and wastrels has passed. If you know them, write them. "17 seconds. 13 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So, how'd that go, Eddie? Are we having fun yet?
I believe the standard questions were well put and well answered, I think you'll find, Professor Yellin. The final, the riddle was as unexpected as last time, so that was surprising. But I do believe I answered it correctly, sir.
Incorrectly.
Excuse me?
What English word is most commonly spelled incorrectly? Incorrectly is spelled incorrectly.
Oh.
Eddie, life isn't about acquiring knowledge. Any schmuck can take crap in and vomit it out, you know. Blah. See, what I want from you, from everyone, is to learn what to do with knowledge. It's not just regurgitation, you know. It's recontextualization.
Yes, right. That's very smart.
Once you leave these vaunted halls, Eddie, you're going to see there are so many questions. Just questions all the way up and down. And at the end of the day, there's no one who can answer them except you. That's the ugly and the beauty of it all.
Incorrectly. INCORRECTLY. Riddle me this. Huh. Father, I'm here. Ready. I was wrong. It wasn't enough.
Okay, not again, I'll tell you whatever you want, man. I worked for him for like years. No one knows more than me, man. I'm saying, I'm not lying or anything. I'll give you whatever it is, okay? I'm done. I'm tired of it. Please, what do you want? We used to talk, man. He ain't shy. And like gags he pulled or that he didn't even know that you don't even know, man. I know. I know him all. No one knows him like I know him. I hinged for him for like decades. He always came to me first. I know his favorite riddles. I was good at them. I'll give it to you, okay? It's yours. I don't want it. Just not again, okay? It's cold, and it cuts me when I hit. And I want to breathe, man. That's no way to go out. I'm ready. You just don't do it anymore. Whatever you want, I'm game. Please just say yes. Say yes, okay? Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes, well, I mean, I guess. A bet's a bet. I just didn't think you could actually name every actress in the chorus of Gold Diggers of 1933. That was certainly impressive. Next time I'll think of something harder to ask you.
He actually left instructions on how to bury him. It's actually a 120-page script, one lounge scene between a gravedigger and him. We're supposed to chop him into 24 pieces, the number of frames per second in a unit of film. Then we're supposed to take a picture of each piece and edit them together to make a 1-second film. This film is set to premiere at Cannes, where it must be the first film shown at the festival. When, not if, but when the film wins the Palme d'Or, we have to take all the body parts and the award to the Grauman's Chinese Theater, where they will be reassembled and stuck in the concrete in a position that shows him holding the award. All of Hollywood is to be attendance, including his mother. Anyway, Film Freak's body is off to be burned. I'll have them throw the script in there with him. We can't link it to him, directly to Nigma, I mean. As far as we can tell, they can't even hear each other through the walls. We reinforced that stuff years back, you remember. But we've moved Nigma to solitary, just in case. I don't want to find Twiddledum and Tweedledee hanging. We asked him, of course, why and what and all that. He says he only talked to you. I press him. He says a lot of things. I don't want to get into that. He's not in a good mood. Maybe we should have had him isolated from the beginning. Nigma's been in and out of Arkham for decades. This is how we've always handled it. I thought I was used to him, but all of this, I don't get it. What's the riddle? Even this Oat case, we can't put it together. I've had a full team on it, looking for something, a clue. Let's be honest, in all this time we've known him, he has never done anything. Literally anything without presenting some moronic challenge first. It has to be there, but we've gone back over every detail, everything he's done. We've searched all of damn Gotham and we can't find anything. There's no hints. There's nothing that we're missing. He's not subtle about that. So we try to look for some connection between Oates and Nigma. Maybe this was a killing of passion. Even crazy sometimes gets a reason. But that's not there either. As far as we can tell, these two have never crossed paths. No one associated with either of them is associated with each other. I'm driving this as hard as I can, and crashing into dead end after dead end. The only lead we have is this Adam Rothman, one of his former henchmen. I'm sure you know him. Guy turned up on the Gotham shore, soaked to the bone, beaten up a bit, whining and moaning, scared out of his mind. But he won't talk either. Keeps saying he said too much, whatever that means. So that's it. We've got nothing. I guess our hope here is you.
Please, come in.
Hello, Professor Yellin.
Hey, something I can help you with, Edward?
Yes, I was preparing for the next exam, sir, and I would like to know if you were going to have another riddle on it that is worth points. I would like to know. I feel it is unfair, given school policy, and I would like to lodge an objection before the test before you give it.
It can't be easy being the son of the headmaster. Everyone here is from big East Coast families, blue bloods down the line. I imagine that's kind of frustrating at times, right? Like, are you trying to prove yourself to these people?
Sir, with great respect, I do not believe it is fair. If you wish to make it extra credit, that is a different matter, but being unjust is not... It's not what we are taught here. You are in violation, and I will report you.
You're a real good kid, Edward. Does anyone tell you that? You're smart, yes, but you're also, you have your own cool to you. Maybe it's not everyone else's cool, but I see it. I want to encourage it. I want you to be proud of it. You should be.
Sir, I don't want any more riddles. It's not fair.
I love that you're doing this, man. You're Byron. You're rebelling. It's a natural and beautiful thing. And that's why the riddles are there. So you can face an obstacle, be frustrated by it, but then overcome it. It's okay not to know things. It's okay to have to struggle. That's what school is for. So when struggles hit you in life, you don't just crumble.
Why do you hate me?
I don't, man. Honestly, no one does. I swear. Listen, please. There's no hate in this. It's just learning how to find the answers.
I'm sorry. I'm not doing anything right. I'm going to go. I'll do good. I'll get it right.
Cool, man. Good to hear. No one's rooting for you more than I am. I have all the confidence in the world that you'll figure this out. My advice, nothing's worth this stress. Take a break for a second. Clear your brilliant head. Get a bite to eat.
All right, Eddie. Early breakfast here. Hey, my daughter really liked that last one about what has a bottom at the top. She's been shouting it to her mother. Your legs, your legs! Dude, she was laughing. You got another one like that? Like a little dirty, but kid dirty. She loves any joke that has like a fart in it or something. You got one like that? Oh. Ah! Ah! Stop! Ah! Help! Frank! I need help! Help! Ah!
Maybe your daughter would like this one. Riddle me this. If two's company,
please!
and three's a crowd, what's 4 and 5?
No!
Do you have a guess? The answer is 9. 4 and 5 are 9. Tell her that. I think she'll like it. It's a neat one because you don't see it. It's a neat one because you don't see it coming until it blows you away.
Dana Tierney, former headmaster at Anteater Academy.
Get out.
Your son recently killed a man. He always leaves a clue before he does. This time, he didn't. I'm trying to find out why. I talked to one of his people. A few days before the murder, he dismissed all of his usual subordinates. He told them he had to take some time for an elderly parent. On his school records, you are listed as his only guardian. Mr. Tierney, when was the last time you saw your son?
Stop, you think I won't?
Mr. Tierney, despite the rumors in the press, I am not omnipotent. I have an unfortunate weakness for mercy that has too often led to careless mistakes and lingering pain. However, the moment you fired that gun at me, I lost my taste for any mercy. So, as you pull that trigger, know that that weapon is aimed at you. That you are making a careless mistake. That your mistake will lead to lingering pain.
You... My son is an idiot. He could read at a 1.5 years, knew Greek, Latin, and calculus by the time he was 5. By 12, he had another dozen languages, and was showing genius-level aptitude in every topic. From literature to genetics to music theory. To say he was a prodigy admits that others might occupy a category with him, and my son was unique. I dedicated my life to him, to ensuring that such potential would be nurtured, developed in a fitting way. Every day, every night, we worked, and where my limitations showed themselves, I hired tutors. I spent my life saving on an army of learned men and women to expose them to every corner of academia. Finally, I was able to get him admission to the beloved and demanding academy to which I had dedicated my life. Due to his excellence in academics, they could not deny him, despite the fact that his mother, she was not suitable to their standards. Regardless, though younger than most of his peers, he excelled. The only student in the history of the institution to earn perfect marks 7 semesters straight. The only one. Mine. Teacher after teacher came to me to boast about the boy's intelligence, his potential to become a great scholar, a great man. They had seen the best children the world has to offer, and Edward exceeded them all. There are Waynes and Holts and Luthers. I have known them, taught them, studied them, but next to my boy, and still, he's an idiot. I have not spoken to Edward in 30 years, since the basketball court since he started with that Enigma nonsense. Enigma? Oh, how clever. I will not speak to him again in my lifetime. He might have. There was no limit to him, but he made a choice. I gave him a path to follow. I laid out the bricks, placed him on a good horse, showed him the way, and let him go. And he pulled up on the reins, turned the animal, and giggled, and trotted off to play. I did not wish to play with him. Why did he go? Why would anyone? It sure is a fun little riddle, isn't it? You should ask him. See if he can crack it. My son was blessed with a gift. Blessed! And he wasted on games. And such he has ruined his life. And mine! Is that enough to earn a little mercy?
Where's his mother?
Father!
Edward, control your voice and your enthusiasm. This is an office, not a sporting stadium.
Father, someone has... In the common room, there's a...
Spit it out, boy. All this huffing and puffing is embarrassing. Clearly your physical education will be our next priority.
There's a fire in the common room. Someone set off a firecracker in the curtain and...
Edward, why didn't you just say that? You peanut-headed boy! You stay here. I don't need you fainting at the first sign of danger in front of the whole class. And do not touch anything. Nothing. You hear me?
Yes, Father. And best of luck.
All right, class. Talking time is done. Eyes on me. Everyone? Good. Thank you. You guys look awesome. Now, I want everyone to take a deep breath. In and out right now. And don't just breathe. Feel yourself breathe. Be conscious of the air flowing into you and out of you. Just focus on that movement in, then out. Good. You've listened. You've noted. You've studied. Your preparation is finished. All that is left is your wit and your will. Look down at your paper. Pick up your pen. Let the test begin. I'd wish you luck, which if you are here, you already have, but you may not need. So instead, I'll wish you success. Which, if you are here, you certainly do need, but may not yet have.
What disappears when you say its name?
You are to be completely silent during this procedure. Any talking, any noise, any movement, any resistance at all will be met with swift and severe punishment. Now, in preparation for your relocation to Cell Block C, please put your hands out in front of you.
Have you talked to him?
I don't like warnings. Let's start with rubber bullets. Bring him to his knees.
Hey, Andrew, before you listen to Gordon here, please remember that you have 3 children, Maya, Caroline, and Caitlin, who go to Brent Community School on Conway. and that I have escaped from Arkham over 36 times, and I will again, and I will find them, and I will kill them.
What? Officer, you have an order, not a choice.
Chris, Daryl, Gil, Christopher, Raphael, Ron, Connor, Josh. I feel like I know each of you and your dear, sweet, soon-to-be-dead families. And yet, it's like we're meeting for the first time. There's a fun riddle in there somewhere.
Fuck this!
And so we begin.
What the f? Put it down. You heard him! I got fucking kids! I'm not letting this shit out of this room!
Gentlemen, you will stop, and you will stop.
Drop your weapon, Daryl. Right now. I'm around with you!
Who do you meet for the first time and also the last time? An Arkham guard. No, it's too specific. You'd have to be there. Who can you meet for the first time but never again? A bunch of dopey cops with bullets in their heads. No, I'm not getting it. It's very infuriating. This is why I need to talk to him. He just makes things make sense. Gordon, do you think you could call him again? I'd very much appreciate it.
Jesus Christ.
Everyone fights here. What am I supposed to do? Call the cops? Half the f***s in here beating their wives or Gordon's boys. Saw that lady in BC one morning with a bruise on her face in the shape of a badge. Swear to God. So what do you want? Seriously. I hear screaming. I'm supposed to what? Rush all around like a hero? Banging down the door? Hey, it's me! Stop it! I don't know you, but I guess I'm dying for you. So, or what? I get a flashlight and cut out a little bat puppet, hang it on all nice, shine it out the window, wait for you to solve everything? Then she'd be kicking around. The city would give me the keys to it? Everything would be all hunky-dory? Please, no one can save these people. She was a nice lady, though. She used to watch my cat when I had to go out of town for business or something. Not that that's any of your business, Batman. I don't do anything you wouldn't approve of. But yeah, we chatted. I knew her. I'm not saying I did it. She was friendly, but she didn't have a lot of friends, you know? She worked the street most of her life, a veteran of that particular war. She had some fucking stories, man. She wasn't shy about it. Back before Gordon, when things were real wild, when Gotham was still Gotham. That's where she served, you know? Made her money the same way we all do these days, right? Sold something people wanted to buy. Anyways, I guess you could say she was retired mostly. I mean, she was still doing a shake here and there, but not all the time. You don't pay into Social Security in that trade. But she wasn't the ripest fruit on the tree, if you get that. But I guess she had to do a little to get a little. Walls are thin. I heard a lot. She had regulars, old guys who'd been coming for years, and some young ones with taste. I thought it was one of them when the shouting got started. I didn't see anything. You gotta understand that. I can't tell you who it was or what his name is, or if he's 7 feet tall. Nothing. I would say it seemed like they were familiar the way she was crying and pleading and he was going off. Sounded like people who wanted something from each other. Not just like in the moment, but over a long time. He mostly just kept asking her questions. Screaming damn questions after questions at her, throwing it at her, relentlessly. All, where have you been? Why did you leave? What did you do? Vague kind of shit that I didn't blame her for not answering. But he kept going question after question. And she's pleading with him. Just give her a second. But the questions, they keep going on and on. Like I was literally getting bored. And finally, finally, he stops. Finally. He gives her a fucking second to answer. Right, just to fucking breathe. And I hear her start, right? She's like, okay, give me a second. Let me explain. And then, like, all of a sudden, nothing. Quiet. She's about to talk and she doesn't say another fucking word. A few minutes later, I hear the guy leave, right out the front door. A door and click, and stomping feet, man. Not running, or nothing. I don't see the lady since. I knocked once or twice, she didn't answer. I don't hear anything about her. I'm sorry to hear she's dead. She was a good lady, a good neighbor. I got no judgment against her. She lived her own life, you know. That's more than 99% of the suckers out there are doing. She had a pride to her. I liked her. Smart too. Always reading. I hope you catch the trash who did it. And if you do, Batman, you bring that little f***er right to me. Right here. So I can look him in his face. Because I never got to. But then, he's so desperate for answers. I'll give him some answers.
Jim.
There's nothing more I can do. Everyone's scared of him. I had 5 guards quit this morning. Said they're moving their family to another state. Hell, I'm terrified. I need you.
Where?
The yard in the back. A suggestion. Insistence, rather. Works for me. Give you two some room.
Tonight.
He's not going to be tied up or anything. I'm not throwing away another good cop on that. You should know. He's not the man he used to be.
Brian said you wanted to see me, sir. Is there a problem?
You like basketball, Edward? I never see you play.
I don't have time for games. I have to study.
Can I ask you about that? Why are you studying so much?
Well, I mean, the normal reasons. To get good grades, to get into a good college, to get a good job, to live a good life.
And when you're done with all that, when all the learning is in and you've got the perfect house and car and career, what are you going to do then? What's your reward for all that hard work? The whole point of your life?
I don't think I understand, sir.
You're going to want to be young. You're going to want to be free. Edward, you're going to want to just be here and play a game. It sounds silly, right? But on the other side, you'll see. This is what you're really going for. And you're already here.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah, well, I graded the tests this morning. You want to know how you did? I'm going to go out on a limb and guess you do.
Yes, sir. I very much hope it was all right. I worked diligently on it.
Super funny thing, though. At the last second, I changed one question. The riddle there at the end. I saw one in the paper I liked. First you eat me, then you get eaten. What am I?
Oh, really?
And yet you wrote down silence, which is the answer to the riddle I was going to use but didn't. As if... I don't know. What do you think?
There's been a mistake.
Edward, if you're going to cheat, buddy, at least do it well. You didn't even bother to read the question.
But it's... Professor Yellin, you can't tell Father.
I'm sorry, man. I really am, but you know I have to. And I think this'll all be for the best in the end. Maybe this'll show you have to stop being so concerned with being smart. And just lighten up and have some fun.
Professor Yellin! Oh no! I'm sorry, please. I'm so sorry. Here, sir. Let me help you up. It'll be okay. I'm sorry. But don't tell Dad about this, though, because if he knew, you don't know him. He's not who you think he is. He doesn't play games like we do. He doesn't know how to have fun. He thinks you just have to win at everything. He really doesn't know how joyful it could be to just let go. No. Professor, ask me that again. That riddle I missed. Now that you mention it, I think it would be just a blast to solve. What was it? Oh, yes. First you eat me, then you get eaten. What am I?
The fishhook.
Do you ever get tired of being right?
You killed your mother.
I've killed a lot of people. I'm not a very nice person. Besides, at least Mother got to live to a fine old age. I wasn't the one who freaked out during a sword-fighting movie, making my parents walk me home through Crime Alley, having their happy days a tad early.
Do you want me to be dazzled? Should I clap?
I knew who you were. Did you know me?
I did. I do. You're an idiot.
No, Batman. Actually, I'm not. Between our games, solving riddles on giant typewriters, I used to go into your mansion during the day. I wanted to check on you. Make sure you were doing alright. Getting close to solving whatever it was we were working on. There was loads of security, but it was all very predictable, really. I did that quite a few times over the years. I have fond memories of seeing you asleep in your bed. Not to mention Dick, and Jason, and Tim, and little Damien. I liked watching them grow up and go out on their own. I still visit them now and then. Not that they notice.
Lies.
In the unimpressive safe in the living room behind the portrait of your parents, there was some light spending money. A few $100,000. I took $1 once to see if you'd notice. I bet you did. That mystery's done. But in the safe in your bedroom, which is much more thoroughly protected, which is actually very well done, really, there you keep one little scratched pearl. Your poor mother's, I presume.
You want me to hit you?
No, I don't like it when you hit me. It hurts. In fact, from now on, anytime you touch me for whatever reason, whenever I get free, and I will, I'm going to kill a Robin. Maybe not one of the boys. Maybe Stephanie or Cassandra, but someone. You may ask, wouldn't I do that anyway? Well, if I did, then I wouldn't have a threat that you care about. So it's really a win-win. Then again, you're Batman. You're not supposed to care about your children more than, say, some random somebody. And you probably think, though you are wrong, that you can protect these wards of yours. So let's do this instead. If you touch me, ever again, I will kill a random person. Someone you and I don't know. Just a stranger who's going about their day, and then nothing. Never knowing it was you, not listening, that cost them their life.
You want me to kill you?
You could beat me that way. It is in fact the only way you could. But you won't, and so I will walk away out into my city while you stand and watch. And some time will pass, and you will come to me and beg for my charity.
Edward, have you considered that you are the one who should be begging? No.
There. See? In the end, I win. I knew I would from the beginning. That's why I did it with clues. If I fought you straight, it would just be this. You being pathetic, me free to do anything, everything I wanted. So I tied one hand behind my back, so you'd have a chance. So it would be a challenge. So it would be fun. I wanted to be fun. For so long we did that, and it was alright. I enjoyed seeing how you get me the next time. You were good. You were fun. I was fun. And then one day, one of my henchmen spent time with a woman who said she was my mother. I went to see her. My father's dalliance. His shameful mistake that I was to redeem him for. A person can be a riddle too. And usually the answer is Mommy. What did Mommy do? There she was in front of me, and I could finally know why I am this way. Bruce, I'm not like you. Simple. Crime killed my parents. I will fight crime. Whatever. No. I'm more complex than that. And I was about to be solved. So I asked her some things, and she opened her mouth, and before she could answer, I reached out and strangled her. As she died, as I watched the life come out of her, I don't know. I didn't want the answer. I got tired of being right. I got tired of puzzles and challenges and riddles. You and I, it's the same, over and over. I lay out the maze, and you run through it. And I'm not going to play games anymore, handicap myself to fight you for the thrill. I'm sorry, but I'm done with that now. I don't want to win or lose anymore. I don't care about that. You're very smart and good, and I'm smarter and better. So I'm just going to live my life, and you can live yours.
Is that why you did it? You killed that man to show me what you could do without clues, without a pattern. How could I ever stop you? That's why a wife doesn't have a husband. Children don't have their father. For this stupid message.
The fence in the back of the yard is open. There's a car on the outside waiting for me. I have a room prepared at the Gotham Plaza, A Suite 78C. I'll be staying there for the foreseeable future. I didn't kill that man to deliver this stupid message, no. I killed him because I knew I had to tell you how things were now. That if you so much as touched me ever again, I would kill a random person. And I knew you wouldn't believe me, and you'd test me, and well, he's dead, isn't he? And a wife doesn't have a husband, and a child doesn't have a father. So there. Now you know what you did. One final time, you got to the end of the labyrinth. And there's your answer. Any other questions? Goodbye, Bruce. I'll see you around. Just please remember, will you? Riddles are fun, but I'm not.
Hey, you guys hear about Riddler? How Batman shit scared of him now? Won't even fight him or anything. Always thought that guy was stupid with his sideburns, and now he's got Batman shaking? Damn!
In honor of the officers who gave their lives for the protection of the city, who died in Arkham 1 week ago, we proudly salute you.
There's a website where you can go and just give him money. You just click on this question mark. We sent him 10 grand last night. Well, that's too short.
That's smart. I've got to do that. You don't want to be on a list or something.
Just got orders. No charges in the case. This one's clear for burial. Let's get it out of here. A dozen more are coming in tonight. I guess Black Mass tried to negotiate with Nigma. Jesus, is anyone that stupid?
Sources confirm that Nigma, who was seen by dozens of onlookers killing John Oates in broad daylight less than a month ago, remains free. There was no comment from the GCPD or the mayor's office as to why Riddler was let go, or if there are any plans to prosecute.
I got 3 witnesses who say it was the Riddler. Just walked up to him and did it. But we don't want that trouble. So as far as you know, it was nobody. So, as far as you know, it was nobody.
Barbara, will you listen to me? I'm not saying you can't handle yourself, but with what Nigma's been doing these past 2 months since he got out, be careful. Right now, for your father, please.
Oh, Mr. Wayne. How nice to see you. Been a little while, hasn't it? Please, come in.
Diane, I have connections in the GCPD. I've been inquiring after your husband, and though they haven't officially released the information, I know now why he was killed. I thought you would want to know, too.
Ah, okay.
The Riddler was playing a game with Batman. Batman didn't understand the rules of this particular game, it seems. Your husband suffered the consequences for this neglect.
Why didn't he know the rules? Isn't that his job? And now I see that this Riddler guy is just out there, and he's still doing nothing? What is going on? What f***ing game is it?
It's not simple.
It's not your fault. You're not him. I don't mean to take it out on you. I appreciate you telling me. Lord knows they tell me nothing. I'm sorry. I just thought... You live in Gotham. You choose to raise kids here. Batman is supposed to save you, and what do you get? My daughter. She plays soccer, and sometimes I have trouble getting her to go to practice because she can't decide if she likes it or not. She has fun, but she gets stressed out about it, and I tell her, don't worry so much, it's only a game. And then she'll say to me, in that perfect kind of tween tone, where they just think they understand everything, but they don't know anything. She says, Mom, I'm not stupid. It's a game when you watch it, but when I have to play it, then it's just me.
I try to put officers outside the hotel, standard, just to stake it out, and they refuse the duty. They say he's going to kill their families. I went out there myself once, just parked across the street to see if he went out for the night or anything. Got a call from Barbara the next day, crying. Someone poisoned her cats. I didn't tell her. She'll probably figure it out. I actually called the governor about bringing out the guard. Just was my guys being a little unresponsive. He told me his son's been missing for a week, then he hung up. The head of the United Bank of Gotham just put out a memo. Don't know if you heard about it. Says, if Edward Nygma walks into any branch, he can have whatever he wants. No resistance or even reporting of the theft. It's not just this side of the law. Heard the 5 families had an emergency meeting after the wives of all 5 heads were killed. Wasn't much debate. Decision was, don't touch Nygma. And if he asks for help, give it to him. Hearing the same from the crazies. All those guys used to laugh at the Riddler. He was a joke. Now they're in awe of him. Now listen to this. Maxie Zeus surrendered this morning. He said he wasn't a god anymore. And then he carved a question mark in his forehead.
You know, Gordon, he's hearing all of this right now. There's a small broadcasting device in that gargoyle there. It helps him keep track of what we're planning. It's all very smart. That's how he wins. By being very smart. Smart enough to know that I have a weakness for mercy. A weakness that leads to a weakness he has been exploiting these last months. And it took me some time to see this on that court. He showed me that being smart can be its own weakness, that you can get lost in your own assumptions. You see, I was smart. I assumed he was who he was. He tells a riddle. You solve it. Case closed. I assumed he couldn't question himself. That he couldn't change. That he would never let go of the reins holding him back. That was my mistake. Thinking I knew him. Assuming there was no limit to his fun. I was smart. And I was a fool. Just like him. You see, now, in his room by himself, he is making the same smart mistake I did. He assumes that I can't change. That I can't question myself. That I cannot let go of my own reins. That there is no limit to my mercy. And he assumes that this isn't a recording. That I'm actually on the rooftop actually saying these things. Riddle me this, Edward. Though we meet but once, you know me forever thereafter. What am I?